You know who's
Von
happy
Miller. Who?
About this Draymond thing?
Who
the
is?
49ers.
Why?
We are off their butts right now. They are so happy.
I gave the
So
Niners
happy.
props.
No.
I've given John Lynch props for the mid-who trade. I've been a good 49er fan this week. They are happy. 49er fans are, oh, thank God, no Jimmy G talk. I haven't even talked about Jimmy G this week.
Don't even bring his name up.
All
All right. Culpability. This is definitely a repeatable thing, and it has been trending this way for a long time when it comes to Draymond Green.
Anthony Slater, 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Slater, 8 o'clock, who broke the story.
Yeah.
He broke the story.
Culpability is something in life that I've learned to get better at. I'm not where I want to be, and I'm older than Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. But within my profession, I've learned over the time that when you do something wrong, and you have to own up to it immediately. And I think there's been a repeated history of Draymond Green where he just doesn't ever get it. Like, you got to be more remorseful. Right. And for him, it felt like, from my prism, for him to go and run in his management group, Clutch, to run to Chris Haynes, who is a Clutch employee, essentially, and for Chris Haynes to put this out that way, that quick.
And let me read the tweet.
That really left me with a sour taste in my mouth.
7:20 p.m., Chris Haynes tweeted, Draymond Green was apologetic in the aftermath of the altercation with Jordan Poole, but there was a buildup stemming from teammates noticing a change in Poole's behavior throughout camp, with the guard on the verge of securing a lucrative extension. So basically what Chris Haynes is implying is that Jordan Poole has come in as a new dude, right? Like, we see this in movies, right? We see it in movies where a guy comes in, he's broke, he's all humble, and then the next year, like I heard a story about Monte Ellis. Rookie year, no tattoos, very quiet from Mississippi.
Yeah, he was 18.
Got some money, came back, his whole body's tattooed, he's all swagged out, whatever. Guy's a youngster. He's trying to find himself. Jordan Poole's still 23 years old. Now, how much has he changed? I saw him at Media Day. The interaction I had with him at Media Day is the same interaction I've always had with Jordan Poole. He's jovial. He's happy. He's fun. He loves basketball. So how different is he acting? We'll ask Anthony Slater at 8 o'clock. These are all the answers we want to know. We'll ask Slater at 8 o'clock about this. I didn't like that. That felt unfair to Jordan Poole, which is why I loved Andre Iguodala coming over the top, basically saying, we're not going to talk about my young bull JP like that. That's BS.
Well, and if there's anybody who's been acting different, it's Draymond Green since, I don't know, you've been slurping LeBron for the last 4 years.
Well, that's another thing. How does Steph Curry feel about this? He's buddy-buddy with LeBron. They just went in on a flag foot. What did they go in on? What was that, Spinodi? What did they go
incredible.
in on?
He's the GOAT. You know, me and Bronny Jr., we're doing things. Every time I listen to his podcast all the time, and it's, LeBron has to be mentioned in every one.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. But
it's
Andre
the
Iguodala
playbook.
Andre Iguodala tweeted, what we not going to do is talk crazy about my young fella JP. Great character kid. Miss me with all the other BS. Straight from the source. Everybody I've talked to within the Warriors organization. People I've talked to last night, people I've talked to over the years, ever since I started doing the NBC job, Warriors pre- and post-game, ever since we started working together, Shasky, everybody I talked to about Jordan Poole, the guy just loves being in the gym. The guy loves his video games. He loves just doing his thing.
My kind of guy.
My kind of guy.
Well, he is very eccentric. That's the one thing that I think about, because I know a lot of young people about his age. You said he's 23?
Pickleball owners, Draymond Green, Kevin Love, and LeBron James.
Are they going to go up against Rick Barry?
Yeah, well, you better hope not. Yeah. Maybe they'll sign Rick Barry.
My boy Dave Perry plays pickleball. I heard it's a very tough sport to play.
It's a fast-growing sport.
To pick that up, yeah. But no, I was going to, like, Jordan Poole, like, in terms of his demeanor, who he is, I think a lot of people, when they would see him, or, arrogant, cocky, he's in his own world, he's all about himself. I know a lot of people like him. I would file him under artistic and eccentric, and I just think that's who he is. I think he's an introvert at some level, but when the basketball's in his hand, he's a showman. Yep. And I think that basketball is his canvas to express himself, and that's why I consider him more artist than anything else. Yeah. And I think that he's just a young guy who will come off to some people who don't understand the way he conducts himself, arrogant. Look at he's cocky and look, maybe he's cocky on the court. In terms of his off-court demeanor, I think he's just shy and he likes to dress a certain way. I don't view that as someone like Logan Murdoch.
And he's a kid who's embraced this culture. You see Jordan Poole rocking the A's hat. You see him rocking the Giants hat. You see him rocking the USF jacket, the Letterman jacket at Media Day, right? So NBC Sports Bay Area, they had the social media corner. Yeah. And Jordan Poole goes over there. They had to pick hats, right? Mm-hmm. You know, Giants or A's hat. And some players picked the A's hat, some players picked the Giants hat. Jordan Poole put out both hats. I was like, no, JP, you can't split cap. No. I love all sides of the Bay. And I was like, look at this kid. Embracing the Bay Area. Not to say nobody does on that team, but I thought that was really cool. It's like he's like, yo, I embrace everybody in the Bay. I love this region.
He wears USF coats that are clearly like from eBay or Goodwill or whatever.
The Letterman jacket.
It's ridiculous. And believe me, I've looked for the coat. You can't find it anywhere. Not that USF would ever let me into their campus. But that not being...
You know what? By the way, USF's men's basketball head coach wants to come on a roast. Forgot about that text, Lubman. Got that text earlier in the week. Little Don Talk said, hey, man, what's up? Get us on.
Look, you told me not to do this, but I'm going to do this. We're number 1 now. I'm not trying to go down to number 9 talking Dons, okay?
Dude, why would you do that?
I'm teasing.
Why would you say it? Why would you?
I'm teasing.
Come on. You're going to rip the hilltop like that.
You disrespecting Jamari Bouye like that?
He made the damn
NCAA
The NCAA tournament. How you going to disrespect Lorian Russell? Ali Thomas.
I knew you were going to go there.
Gerald Walker.
I knew you were going to go there.
Hakeem Ward. How you going to disrespect these guys?
The Dugans?
Dior Lohorn. Berkeley High, the Dugans.
Frankie Ferrari?
Come on.
Shout out neighbor Dave. He's been sending me nothing but USF hype up stuff. Just nonstop.
Yeah, you know what? Take a timeout. I can't believe you would do that.
Not enough.
Preston and San Ramon. Listen to Odyssey. I can't believe this guy. He disrespects the Chronicle 2 weeks ago. Now you ain't a city guy.
We had Todd Golden on.
You're Daly City now.
He's a St. Cecilia's guy. Now he's a Floridian. But
yeah, no, you're going to go from number 1 to number 9. Are we number 1?
Am I too cocky?
You are very cocky.
You going to knock me down, Draymond?
I'm not. Listen, as mad as I get sometimes with you, as much as you annoy me, I will never punch you, Joe Shasky. Just know that. I would never throw hands at you. You're my brother. No, tell me, bring up another name around these parts. Maybe I'll lock and load. No, I'm kidding. Preston and San Ramon.
Hey, Preston.
Preston, what's happening?
I love
Listen
you,
to the Odyssey app. I can't believe it.
Hey, Bonte.
What's up, Preston?
I'll hold Sasky and you punch him. How about that?
Hey, you know what? Hey.
You don't even need to hold me to punch me. I'm an easy target.
Daly City Butch is your name now. What's up, Preston? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, first off, these guys ain't going anywhere, man. They know the system really well.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? This is going to be, like Clay said one time, it's going to be behind us like a ponytail. This is preseason.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've played ball most of my life, and I'm 33 now. And when you got a young pup, a young dog like JP, who's, he's definitely got game. He's feeling himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you start trying to test the big dog, the big dog's going to have something to say to the young pup.
But was it him testing the big dog, or was it the big dog bullying the little pup?
That's true, and Anthony will confirm that for us later on, I guess.
I can't wait for Slater, 8 o'clock.
Like right
20
now.
minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes, Preston.
But hey, MJ swung a curve. Rodman left for Vegas way longer than he said he would. Some of these things are going to happen at times, right? And so, Kerr understands the importance of Draymond. Poole is a Steph Clay disciple. He's a young guy, 23, who knows the system way better. He's going to help these young guys grow even more. These guys are way too important for our success. So this is just a little bump in the road, like you guys said earlier. However, when it comes to contracts and for the team, Draymond's no dummy. He's very, very smart. And one thing I haven't liked is how much he's been hanging out with LeBron.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned before that he would be willing to go play with LeBron for the minimum. So what does that say? That raises red flags in my mind that if something doesn't go his way in the future, this season's fine.
Yeah.
My worries are about after this season.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with Dre?
That's big.
At the end of the day, change is going to come, Warrior fans, Dub Nation, and we're going to have to be ready for this change. Something's going to happen that we're not going to like, whether it's Wiggins, Poole, Dre. My opinion, Wiggins and Poole are staying, but Dre's going to have to take less money if he wants to stay, just like Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili had to with Spurs.
Hey, Preston, really good call. Really good call there, and there was a lot of validity to what he had to say there. Now that I'm thinking about it, we're going to be talking about the Warriors chasing the back-to-back, but the contract stuff's going to loom large.
Oh, you think?
I mean, here's what
he already asked for an extension 2 years ahead of time.
I know. And the extension that he got before happened in August, and everybody around these parts are saying, that's interesting, which allowed him to basically say, you know what, I'm a punt on a season in which they won 15 games. And he admitted. That's one thing which is wild about Draymond Green. I love Draymond Green. They don't win 4 championships without him, but damn it, when you go out there and say, I wouldn't even try hard because I was like, man, we know we're not going to win. I mean, it's just like, wait, leadership?
Well, you could think it. You can't say it.
You can't say it. You just say it like it's nothing.
What?
Like you have a back injury that season, and the next day you're at the title fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It's like Dre.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. I mean, Andre Iguodala missed a game and was at Torrey Pines the next morning. Literally the next morning, watching Tiger Woods tee off.
No doubt.
And I'm like, Dre, you missed the game the night before.
But here's what NBA front office insider for ESPN, Bobby Marks, said yesterday on the roast about Draymond's future with the Golden State Warriors.
We all know the value of Draymond as far as what he brings to this team. Are you giving him an extension based on what he's done in the past, or what the future is going to hold for him? I think that's kind of where teams run into a problem here. So yeah, I mean it's almost like it's a tie, but I think Poole is a priority, but not as probably much as far as figuring out what Wiggins is going to do. And I think certainly with Draymond, hey, the Lakers are sitting on $35 million in cap space next year. If he becomes a free agent, is he a priority for them? Are they willing to commit long term when LeBron and AD are basically on 1-year deals?
So that's Bobby Marks, and we know it's going to be tough to keep all three. And the Lakers do have cap space, but say if that's a possibility, this hypothetical of Draymond going to the Lakers. LeBron wants 3-point shooters surrounding him. How does Draymond fit with LeBron James?
I don't know what LeBron wants around him. I mean, look at the teams they've been assembling lately.
This team looks like it looks like a disaster.
If that's the case, why'd they swoop up Avery Bradley last year?
They're
Russell
desperate.
Westbrook.
Lakers are desperate. We get it. But they're a factor.
It would be funny if Dre did go to the Lakers just for the straight rivalry.
Oh, my gosh.
You want to talk about the booing? But the reality is that Warrior fans think that, like, oh, they're going to stay forever. They're not like, no, not all three are going to be here forever. No. Like, one of them's probably going to have to go, especially if they all want to make a good chunk of money, change and not take a little off top. The one thing that everyone keeps referencing, Tim Duncan started to click down the amount of money that he was getting. Ginobili and Parker at times decided to take a little less. Steph just got paid. What is he making now? $55 million?
Yeah, he's making.
We all agree.
50.
Like, he got paid less early on because of that ankle injury. I think the $44 million or whatever it was, $11 million a year for 4 straight years. So he's earned the money that he's getting. Clay and Dre cannot be making max contracts on their next deals.
They're not max players right now. They're not max players right now.
So if they think that they are, then one of them's probably going to have to go.
408 Comcast Business text line. Sooner or later, Draymond Green will have a Jamal Adams moment where his door code will not work. It's not happening this year. The code will work. He will have access to Chase Hitter. Believe me. That's pretty funny. Bobby in Oakland, listening on the radio. What's up, Bobby? What's happening?
Bobby.
You're on the roast.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Man, Lakers not going to pay Draymond. Man, come on. If if it was like a straight up 25, 30 mil, but you got that luxury tax, you're not going to pay for a grumpy old man who's come in, who got bitched in the playoffs, has spotty performances throughout the year. Yeah, young Draymond, you go ahead and do it. But man, Poole, yeah, he might be brash. I like it, man. I want that from that type of guy, and you can't let that young guy, that young talent lead. So, man, Draymond knows he's out. So he came in with an edge, and they just battled it out on the court. They're gonna be battling it out all year, and Draymond will probably be with the Lakers next year. That's my thought.
All right, Bobby, good call. Hey, we'll go to Alex in Atlanta in just a second, but I want to know how the scrimmage is going. Who's getting cooked? Was Draymond getting cooked by JP? Was JP getting cooked? What was going on? What led up to all that? What was said? Has this been festering?
And that's the one thing when you're scouring the internet, things pop up and you're like, that doesn't even, is that real? Is that not real? So I don't even want to say some of the things that I've seen over there, but like, think of what Charles Barkley does in the TNT thing. Maybe somebody said a joke like Charles Barkley will say about Draymond Green, and he takes offense to it, and someone else is thinking it's a funny joke, and really it's not because it's borderline.
Right.
To me, they're probably both at fault on some level. The question is, did one of them cross the line in terms of what's acceptable behavior amongst their peers? Not what we think is fair, what that group of people thinks is fair.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's go to Alex in Atlanta, listening or watching us on YouTube. What's up, Alex? What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Love the show. Appreciate you guys taking my call this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I came across thinking about this when I read the headlines yesterday is I'm so glad Andre Iguodala is staying for another year.
Totally.
Because if there's anybody who's able to rein in Draymond Green and his behavior at times, it's consistently been Andre Iguodala. But the way I'm looking at this is this happened a bit when Kevin Durant was with the Warriors, right? Him and Draymond would get into it either on the court or we'd hear about things off the court between the two of them. And the one thing that always fixes internal strife is success, is winning.
No doubt.
If the Warriors can keep on winning, if they repeat as champions this year, despite all of this is all going to get swept under the rug. Now, whether it should be or not is another story, but it's going to happen. I don't think Draymond's going to be here long term. I've always said to myself that if the Warriors had to let one piece go, it would probably be Draymond Green, because I don't know if he fits into other locker room environments the way he's fit in Golden State, because he's built up a rapport here, right? Like people, when he yells at his teammates or gets overly emotional, people expect that out of Draymond.
There's a callous
let it
built
roll
up.
off their backs. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
If you send him to the Lakers, let's say, that's not going to fly there. People aren't going to be used to that. They're not going to be comfortable with that right away. So I think ultimately Draymond's going to be willing to take less money to stay in Golden State long term, because he knows that's an environment he can thrive in, an environment where his teammates are going to rally around him.
Right. Hey, great call, Alex. Great call.
Really
Thanks for listening down to the Dirty 30. Very good calls. Very well thought out calls about the situation. And you know what? Draymond Green and everything that's happening here and the Clutch movement. One thing about Clutch is their clients do not take pay cuts. Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, they get their money. They want every single penny.
So you've been working side deals with them?
No, I haven't. I need them as my agents, man. You guys are underpaying me around here. You can pay more than me.
I do not have an
agent. You got 2 houses, man.
Maybe I should.
I'm in an apartment. Got jean jackets galore. Look at you.
This is from my wife's company.
Oh, stop
Levi's.
it.
It's looking beautiful.
Stop it.
Jean jacket.
I'm not making anything at NBC.
So clutch guys always. I mean,
so clutch guys.
Why do you say that?
Well, just look at the contracts that they've all signed. Look at the way Rich Paul and LeBron James operates. They want to get their clients top dollar.
Doesn't every
single penny?
Doesn't every
absolutely?
Agency run that way?
But like for them, they are sticklers.
Okay,
they will hold it for. They don't care what your cap looks like.
Okay,
they are sticklers, man. Like they get everybody paid. LeBron had the whole entire Cleveland Cavaliers getting paid. Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson got $80 million.
But Bonte, if I'm being fully transparent, I don't mind people wanting to get paid, but also you can't have it all your way. I say this all the time when it comes to real estate. Like, you have to compromise on something. You're not getting the 5-bedroom house, the huge front and backyard, the 2-car garage, great Wi-Fi, and you're in the smack dab in the middle of the marina.
But is Draymond worth the money? Is he worth? Like, this is another incident. When is enough? No,
but that's my point on him. I'm saying if he wants to get paid maximum money, like for what his slot would be, to me, it's like, well, then you can't. Then you're not going to win here.
Are you paying max money for a guy who scores 8 points a game?
No.
Are you paying max money for a guy? His defense was really good last year at times.
Yes.
But he also got benched in the playoffs.
He had a severe back injury that he later talked about during the summer, saying he's lucky he even came back to play.
Remember what Mama Green told us during the finals? Mama Green told us, y'all don't know what he went through with that back injury.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to invest into that back injury? It ruined Larry Johnson's career.
Yeah, but we're talking about, like, don't sign Carlos Correa because he's got a back injury. He's playing shortstop on grass and dirt. This guy's playing on hardwood.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Let's go to Brett, Casino Matrix, listening on the radio. What's up, Brett? You're at the casino early today. You working there?
Bonte, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Brett?
Well, long time no see, man. You don't come down to the small people anymore.
Oh, man. You guys haven't invited me down yet. Spadoni used to be down there with me as a promo intern. We missed the wings. We were just talking about that the other day. When you get me back, host us down there. We'll do a show from Casino Matrix down in San Jose.
You know what? I will talk to the big dog. I will make that work.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll miss you guys at Casino Matrix. Right by the airport, right by the Earthquake Stadium. We need to make that happen.
A live read right now on the air for Casino Matrix.
Man.
The invoice will be in the mail.
Dog beat, yes.
What's up, Brett? What's on your mind, man?
What's up, buddy?
No, man. Dre. I love Dre, man. I love his heart. I love his intensity. But he's like a cancer you got to take out, man. He doesn't want to ride off into the sunset. He's got to splash some waves on the way out. And I don't know why he's like that. I wish he'd kind of take a chapter out of Udonis Haslam's book.
Yeah.
Sitting there, kind of like you got your money, you got your rings. just chill out. But he's got to play with that intensity. But I can't get mad at him for that because that's what makes Draymond Draymond.
Well, yeah, I'm with you.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I look at him like a rock
Thanks
star.
For the call,
He's
Brett.
gonna go out like a huge rock star, like all the big rock stars. They got to break a guitar, ruin the hotel room on the way out the door.
This is Draymond is, man.
I've said this for 4 years now. At some point, it is going to be the end for Draymond Green and the Warriors. I don't know if it's this year, next year, the year after that, at some point. Can you sit here with a straight face and tell me, Joe, it's going to be so amicable? Everybody's going to be kumbaya. Now, you can say, Joe, that happens with every athlete and every time. We know. Whenever it's the end with Draymond and the Warriors, I don't know when that's going to be, it's going to probably be ugly.
That's unfortunate.
But that's who he is.
That's unfortunate, man. I hope it doesn't go down like that.
And
also, I don't want
people
fans
in our lives like that.
Listen, I know we're
people can love him.
I know we're coming down Draymond Green's road, and I know we got Anthony Slater coming up in 8 minutes. We have the injury report coming up in 2. Draymond Green's an all-time warrior.
Of course,
he's an all-time warrior.
23 will never be worn by another player other than Draymond Green.
No doubt. But I'm not going to lie. When this report got broken by Anthony Slater, who again will join us in 8 minutes, I just kind of sighed. He broke it at 5:59 p.m. We just got done with dinner. And I just sighed like, oh, again.
That's the biggest. It's like,
again.
It's always something.
And then all the questions start popping in your head. I got about 20 questions on this legal pad. I'm just like, we don't have the answers for. We don't have what happened? Why?
Yeah, okay, keep going.
All right, is this act old? What else did I write? What did he say? Who's in the wrong? If you're Poole's agent, do you call Bob and give him an ultimatum? Poole or Dre? We want our money, but you got to move this guy on.
What does Steph think?
What does Steph think? Not trading Draymond Green now, but what about long term? Does this alter Poole's thought process? Does he even want to sign back with the Golden State Warriors? Is he like, you know what, I got to get the hell out of here because of Draymond Green? I mean, does anybody believe Jordan Poole's an egomaniac? I don't. I think that's BS that people are reporting that. It's reckless.
I think
you
it's
don't know who
reckless
Jordan
and
Poole
unfair.
is. It's very unfair. So it's just.
You know, one thing I do know, and you may not have a question, but I have the answer for it. The next Draymond podcast might be the most viewed, downloaded podcast he's ever done.
We're waiting on it. As soon as it gets released. I thought it was out last night.
How about the fake photo I sent you?
Dude,
how good was that?
You sent the fake photo?
Yeah.
And I went, YouTube, Draymond Green podcast, ASAP.
I have to go back to the chat and look at it. I got to find the picture.
I went back
the picture
ASAP,
was so
man.
good. The internet's undefeated, by the way. I just want to say that for the record.
No doubt.
Where is it? I got to find it.
All right, while you find it,